On the news, Governor Bago organized two-day media training for his information managers in Niger State. Federal government inaugurates 10-member committee to enforce Supreme Court judgment on local government autonomy. Governor Muftuang of Plateau State suspends commissioners and special advisors as minor cabinet reshuffles is approved. Hello, thanks for being there and welcome to LINA TV News. I'm Aisha Gambo Azumi. Former Governor Muhammad Umar Bago of Niger State has organized a two-day training for his media aides aimed at ensuring effective communication between the government and the people and the media team. This was made known by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Digital Media, Abdulbaki Ebo, during the training at Husky Luxury here in Mina. Anna Asibi Moses completes the report.
According to Ebo, the training housing major media players aims at training the trainers on how to clearly define individual roles and give the government a better representation, as well as effectively convey important information from the government to the people. One of the trainers, Taiwo Obe, expounded on the media transformation from analog to digital ways of information dissemination, which has allowed smartphones to break down information dissemination and give the public free access to information and its dissemination, stressing the fact that despite traditional media has lately lost reach and influence in the country, national broadcast media still gain a higher percent of listenership and viewership because of its credibility. In her presentation, Mrs. Bumi Akinkugbe, Communication and Change Management Specialist, who spoke on building and sustaining media relationships, highlighted some professional needs of journalists to be information, tools, and skills, stating that information managers have need to create news, control, and correct narratives, stressing that loyalty is not to individuals but an organization. Bumi advised the aides to develop working strategic plans and set up a good media theme comprising of both primary and secondary stakeholders, which will assist the flow of communication even to those at the grassroots. In her contribution, the General Manager, Ultimate FM Mina, Mrs. Selin Moses Alkali, urged them to develop a healthy working relationship within themselves, which is a sure field to success. I am Anna Asibi Moses, reporting for LINA TV.
The federal government has inaugurated a 10-member committee to enforce the recent Supreme Court ruling that granted financial autonomy to local government in Nigeria. On July 11, the Apex Court declared that it is unconstitutional for state governors to hold on to funds meant for local government administrations. Few weeks on, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Judge Akume, set up the Inter-Ministerial Committee to implement the verdict. Disclosing this in a statement on Tuesday, the Director of Information and Public Relations in the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Shegun Omuhisa, said Akume would chair the committee. Other members joining Akume are the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Accountant General of the Federation, Governor, Central Bank of Nigeria, Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Finance, Chairman, Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Facial Commission, representatives of the state governors, and representative of local governments. The committee's primary goal is to ensure that local governments are granted full autonomy, allowing them to function effectively without interference from the state government, he said. The federal government says it has cut down expenditure for the upcoming COP29 climate conference in Baku, Azerbaijan. Briefing journalists in Abuja on Tuesday, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Ajure Ngelele, said that measures would save the government about $10 million naira from the 11th day event. Many Nigerians will recall that as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and federal government of Nigeria's delegation took up 28 in Dubai, UAE last year, there were some elements of outcry concerning the size of the delegation. Ngelele said. According to Ngelele, the cutting down of the official expenditure is necessary to avoid the embarrassment of COP28, which took place in Dubai last November. Among measures to save funds is that the government will no longer hire a pavilion which cost $500,000, while a delegation office will be set up inside the premises. He added that some of the wasteful platforms that gave rise to consultancies and subcontracts for lighting and other technology provisions will be abandoned, as they can be provided directly by the National Council on Climate Change. According to them, the cut down will be achieved through the provision and implementation of the Climate Accountability and Transparency Portal. There was some deliberate misinformation, but the truth of the matter is we also found out that there were government officials who had no business at that meeting, and some with significant delegations. Plateau State Governor Celeb Mutfwang has suspended 4 key officials of the state government, which was deliberate, and the cut down will be achieved through the provision and implementation of the Climate Accountability and Transparency Portal. There was some deliberate misinformation, but the truth of the matter is we also found out that there were government officials who had no business at that meeting, and some with significant delegations. Plateau State Governor Celeb Mutfwang has suspended 4 key officials of the state government with immediate effect. This was announced in the statement on Tuesday by the Director of Press and Public Affairs, Yang Bere. He said the governor approved the official suspension, which further explanation on the reasons for the action. The affected officials include the Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Christos Danwam, and the Commissioner for Tourism, Culture and Hospitality, Jamila Tukur. Others affected are the Special Advisor on Rural Development, Dio Lamul, and Liaison Officer for Minkang Constituency, Moses Sule. In another development, the governor also affected a minor cabinet reshufflement with the sweeping of portfolio within 2 cabinet members to enhance effective service delivery to the people of Plateau State. Under the new dispensation, Noel Nkwa and current Commissioner for Water Resources and Energy will now serve as the Commissioner. Similarly, Bashir Lawandi Dati, who previously held the position of Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development, has been reassigned as the Commissioner for Water Resources and Energy. The suspension of the officials is not unconnected with the recent People's Democratic Party primaries for local government elections conducted in the state, which was marred with violence in some local government areas, as well as complaints of interference in other areas. And that story wraps it up on LINA TV News Today. Do also join us on all our social media platforms at LINA TV 247, or visit our website on www.linatv.com.ng. Have a lovely day.